This is the story of a not quite requited love. From the time you fall in love to the time you say, "I love you," can take a while. It took me 18 days. That's 18 ways to say I love you. This is a book of my journey from falling in love to expressing my love. It was the 28th of August. I sat at the table and I thought of her, and I thought much too much about her. Then every day I wrote her a poem for 18 days. I wrote her a poem every day, and I explored my love and I explored my feelings. I thought about why I loved her and thought about how much I loved her. Every day a new poem, and every day a discovery. I sent her a video on the 17th of September telling her how much I love her. That's 18 poems in 18 days and 18 ways to say I love you. Oh, the woman I love is German, so there's subtitles. She should understand how much I love her. I love you in German is Ich liebe dich. How I dream of her, hearing from her, Ich liebe dich auch. 18 days, 18 poems, and 18 ways to say I love you. A not quite requited love. C.A. Roberts. From the 31st of August to the 17th of September. She was just a normal participant. I helped her. I corrected her. I showed her how to do an exercise. And then it happened. I fell in love. It was the 28th of August at 21:17. I sat at the table and I thought of her. And I thought far too much about her. This is the first poem that I wrote to her. It captures my feelings well. At the end, the music swells and I just let myself go in German. I live again. I love you. A clear statement that she can embrace or refuse. We shall see. Just a part of the job. You are just part of the job that I do. I was just wanting to help you get through. You had a problem I tried to resolve. Nothing that had made my thinking revolve. When did it happen? And what did I think? When did my heart rate go up and then sink? It happened so softly and hit me so hard. I drew from the hand and was holding your card. What was the vision I held in my sight? How could it be that I missed you were right? I suddenly saw and I suddenly breathed. I suddenly found my desire relieved. You were just part of the job that I do. But now I am thinking I need to pursue. I was just working, and now I just dream. You are the one that I looked for, it seems. C.A. Roberts, the 31st of August, 2021. Es ist ja wunderbar. Ich lebe wieder. Ich liebe. Ich liebe dich, Simone, von ganzem Herzen. I wanted to ask her out on a date. I just didn't know how. So imagine this. I watch her for weeks. I get up my nerve and I finally ask her, and she just looks at me and says, "Yes, that's just what I wanted to do." Things like that must happen to other people. I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you, but I had no words. The questions are many, but must be deferred. I want to know everything one at a time, so I can receive it to put in my mind. So how do I frame all the questions I have? I dare not just ask them, or blurt them, or stab. Perhaps you should not know my interest is great, and have no suspicion that I cannot wait. I watch you and want you, and wish I could say, for weeks I have waited, could now be the day? The lines I have thought of, and words I have saved, the feelings I've stored up that cannot be waived. I wanted to ask you, but I have no words. A time we're alone would be much more preferred. I think you are special. Could I meet with you? Well, now that you ask me, that's what I'd like too. C.A. Roberts, the 12th of September, 2021. I saw her yesterday again, and now I can no longer pretend. When I'm near her, I have trouble breathing. I can't take my eyes off of her. I can't concentrate. It's far too late for that. All I hope is that she has time for me. I saw you again. Yesterday I saw you again, and now I am certain I can't pretend. Feelings have deepened as my breath does, and nothing can be more the way it was. I went to you and I couldn't breathe. The depth of my feelings I couldn't believe. What are these thoughts that I can't avoid? Efforts to reach you will now be deployed. I couldn't take my eyes from you. A need to be with you then ensued. I find that I need to concentrate, but now I find it's just too late. Yesterday I saw you again. I hope you soon have the time to spend. Feelings have deepened and love is alive. You are the date that I wish would arrive. C.A. Roberts, the 2nd of September, 2021. Sometimes there's someone special, a special person. She is special. I don't know how I should express myself. I'm afraid that when I say what I feel, that exactly these feelings will drive her away. Sometimes someone's special. Sometimes someone's special. I find now that it's you. I do not have to think of you, it's simply what I do. I'm doing something and I pause and find I think of you because I never have to call your name because the thought I have's the same. Sometimes someone's special. I find now that it's you. I find I have a feeling and I don't know what to do. The thoughts I have are pretty as your face. I had a hole bored in my heart and now you're in that place. Sometimes someone's special. I find now that it's you. And so I have a need for being special for you too. So when there's something difficult, I gather up my steam. I gather up my courage, and I do it like I mean. Sometimes there are feelings, and sometimes they are love. Sometimes all the words I have are simply not enough. Now I know I love you, but how am I to say? I fear those very feelings will make you go away. C.A. Roberts, the 3rd of September, 2021. You're in love, but you can't just say it. You make compliments and are particularly nice, but not too nice. Maybe about how she's dressed or her earrings. But to tell her she's beautiful, maybe that would just be too much. And all the time, you just want to say, I love you. Shorten the time. I'd like to shorten up the time of all I do to make you mine. The comments made to reach your ears, that let you like the things you hear. A compliment, but not too much, that doesn't squeeze you, only touch. Remarks that come to you disguised, that I so carefully devised. Perhaps a comment on your clothes that dignifies but won't expose. But of your beauty I can't speak, that may go further than I seek. But I'd just like to blurt and say how gorgeous you are every day. I'd like to say what I can't do, and simply say that I love you. C.A. Roberts, the 4th of September, 2021. I think she's beautiful. But what is beauty? What is pretty? What is cute? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But whatever beauty is, she's beautiful. Tell me what's beautiful. Tell me what's beautiful. Tell me what's nice. Explain what is pretty and why I look twice. Define the word gorgeous, attractive, or cute. What turns me on and makes my program boot? Beauty's a vision of what I behold. They wrote it in epics that often are told. Pretty's a picture I see and I'm pleased. My sense of aesthetic is matched and appeased. Gorgeous a standard that's heightened and raised. A well-painted picture that longs to be praised. Cute an impression that I want to hold. Something within it I find and unfolds. All are attractive and everything's you. A look at you floors me, so what should I do? And so I just watch you and take in the scene. Is it important what this feeling means? C.A. Roberts, the 4th of September, 2021. I'm in love. I'd like to give her flowers. I'd like to give her chocolates. Maybe that would be too much. So I eat the chocolates, put the flowers in a vase, and close my eyes and see her beautiful face. I'd like to give you flowers. I'd like to give you flowers and get down on my knees. To stand up in a court and tell the jurors what I plead. I'd like to give you chocolates as sweet as you can be. I'd tell you what I really think and hope you would be pleased. I'd like to give you compliments that make you feel good. To say that you are beautiful, but don't know if I should. I'd like to heap on praises and write a song for you, but I don't know if that would work. So tell me what to do. I love it in your presence. I cannot find the words. I cannot breathe or answer, and all my thoughts are purged. Each time that I am close to you, I almost lose my mind. I try to, but I can't see straight, and something stops the time. I'd like to give you flowers and everything I have. I'd like to tell you how I feel, or maybe take a stab. And so, I eat the chocolates, put water in the vase, and then I close my eyes and see the beauty of your face. C.A. Roberts, the 6th of September, 2021. Weeks on end. I've seen you now for weeks on end. There is no way I can pretend. I wanted and thought and hoped for more. No question remains what this is for. The weeks have passed. What will you think? What will you think of the things that you see? What will you think of how bad it can be? Impressions of moments that go way beyond, of times that are troubled but still carry on. What you should know and what you should see. You cannot ignore just how bad it could be. So will I then show you, and will I admit? This is the shoe. Could you find that it fits? I know you do not know that much of myself, but you should know what I've got stored on my shelf. Maybe you'll handle perhaps understand, maybe reject all the facts then at hand. I have to show you 'cause I have to know what you are missing that evidence shows. Maybe you'll like it, perhaps understand, and so I will show you the matters at hand. C. A. Roberts, the 7th of September, 2021. Today she told me to surprise her. Well, I have a surprise for her. I love you. That will surprise her. Most certainly not what she expects, but I hope not what she rejects. The surprise. I should surprise you? I've got something here, but it may surprise you far too much, I fear. What could I do for you? That what I think? But what I would say is much more than a wink. I'm sure what I think is not what you expect. I'm sure when I say it, you might just reject. What should I do then, and what should I say? The thoughts that I've harbored for weeks and a day? You stand then before me, I quiver and shake. Would telling the truth then be wrong, a mistake? I've thought of my words and I've thought of my deeds. But the words you could say then restrict and impede. Should I surprise you and say what I feel? I lie in a coffin they could close and seal. And so I will say it and hope for the best. Will I then awaken and be laid to rest? C. A. Roberts, the 8th of September, 2021. I think of her every day, sometimes twice. I think and I dream. I see her, though she's not even there. I think I should ask her, but I fear the answer. Thoughts of you. I thought every day of the week that has passed. The depth of the feelings will mean they will last. I thought every hour of holding your hand. How deep thoughts are driven I can't understand. I thought every minute and sometimes thought twice. I thought of your beauty, but thoughts don't suffice. I thought every second and second to none. My thoughts like a game that I know must be won. I still think and dream and wish you were here. I open my eyes and you're missing, I fear. I hope and I dream and I wish I could say how much I have missed you each hour and day. I think how I am and I think how you are. I think I should touch, but I must reach so far. I think and I dream and I wish you were here. I know I should ask, but the answer I fear. C. A. Roberts, the 9th of September, 2021. I think of her beauty, her body, her face. When I get close to her, I can hardly see straight. I only see her beauty. I can even see her after she's gone. The vision just goes on, but to say goodbye is so hard. I think of your beauty. I think of your beauty, your body, your face. It's more than a vision that I'd like to trace. It's not just my eyesight that blurs the view. It's all I experience when I'm with you. But when did it start and how will it end? I've tried to ignore it, but cannot pretend. Each time that I see you, I just want to say how much I adore you, so don't go away. The time you appear is the time the clock stops. My world turns over and you are on top. I wish time would stop and that you would stay here. But this hour will end and you'll leave me, I fear. I think of you often, your body, your face. You pack and go home, but you leave me a trace. So I'm left with the moments when I close my eyes. I love the hellos, but I hate the goodbyes. C.A. Roberts, the 10th of September, 2021. What is love? The question is hard to answer. It is a feeling, but what a feeling it is. How can I explain my love to her when I can't explain it to myself? It must be Cupid. What is love? What is love and what are dreams? And what does this feeling I have mean? I think and I feel, but can I touch? Could it be that you feel as much? What is this feeling I can't explain? It is not simple and it's not plain. How can I tell her all that I feel? I find it is difficult and unreal. I see her when she is not there, and I find it's hard to bear. I feel her touch when she's away, and when she's there, I want to stay. Sordid emotions that I feel, and thoughts I have that make me real. I cannot breathe and cannot stand. This must be the work of Cupid's hand. C.A. Roberts, the 11th of September, 2021. She is attractive. That is just not enough to get my attention. But her face is alive with personality and vibrance. And when I looked into her eyes, I saw her soul, and it was good. Your face is alive. I saw you attractive. Your face was alive. But nothing that asked for a plan to devise. Again you were there, and I became aware that I wanted to talk to you and also share. I mentioned a matter, you listened and did. I reached for my feelings and opened the lid. You stood and you waited, and I waited too. The sum of my feelings now flourished and grew. But then I saw something that sealed my need, that loomed then so large, and I could not impede. But then I stopped thinking and started to feel the sum of emotions you managed to steal. I find you attractive, but that won't suffice. I then saw your heart, and I had to look twice. Again you are there, and there's something to do. I must grasp my feelings and hold on to you. C.A. Roberts, the 12th of September, 2021. I've seen her for weeks now. I watch her and want her and wish I could talk to her. There's so many reasons to talk to her. Will I be able to? Weeks on end. I've seen you now for weeks on end. There is no way I can pretend. I wanted and thought and hoped for more. No question remains what this is for. The weeks have passed and reasons loom. I have to act. It must be soon. I see you standing though you're gone. The thoughts of you just carry on. What do? I think of you. The thoughts are many, you are few. I cannot think of other ones. You are the quotient and the sum. I watch when you are there with me. There is no other that I see. So I will ask you if you'll meet to make the sum of me complete. C.A. Roberts, the 13th of September, 2021. When you are in love with someone, the only thoughts you have are of the one you are in love with. They are also the only thoughts you want to have. Every thought I have is about her. And when I think of her, I'm happy. I have no thoughts. I have no thoughts that pass you by, whether I sit or stand or lie. Your presence always in the room. I am inspired and consumed. But I don't want another thought. I'm happy with the ones I've got. There is no one or anything, no moment that my life could bring. My mind may wander passing through, but then my thoughts arrive at you. The only place that I can stand is close enough to hold your hand. I have no thoughts, I just have dreams, and when I sleep, you're there it seems. Your presence always in the room that brings my life and love to bloom. C.A. Roberts, the 14th of September, 2021. I can't think anymore, just feel. I wasn't looking for love, but I found it. How did it start? Slowly and subtly. But now I can't think or breathe anymore. I must talk to her. I only felt. I didn't know, I only felt. You are the card that I've been dealt. I didn't think it was so strong, but that impression turned out wrong. I didn't look, but I found love, and you're the one I'm thinking of. There is no other that has touched, and no one else I love so much. How did it start? I do not know. Not right away, it happened slow. But it is deep and it is strong. It feels so right, it can't be wrong. I didn't know, but now I feel. I wasn't sure, but now it's real. I do not think, I only breathe, and have a pain you can relieve. C.A. Roberts, the 15th of September, 2021. I can't think of anything else but her. But I don't want to think of anything else either. She's in my thoughts and in my dreams. Now all that's missing is that she's in my arms. No thoughts that pass you by. I have no thoughts that pass you by. Whether I sit or stand or lie, your presence always in the room. I am inspired, all consumed. But I don't want another thought. I'm happy with the ones I've got. There is no one or anything, no moment that my life could bring. My mind may wander, passing through, but then my thoughts arrive at you. The only place that I can stand is close enough to hold your hand. I have no thoughts, I just have dreams. And when I sleep, you're there it seems. Your presence always in the room, and brings my life and love to bloom. C.A. Roberts, the 16th of September, 2021. I finally told her that I love her. Well, I sent a video message. I don't know how she will react. I'll just have to hope for the best. Wish me luck. Now that I've said it, then where do we go? What do you do with the feelings I show? I put my heart way out on my sleeve. So was that wrong? It is right, I believe. Now that I've said that I love you, I ask, what will you say when you've heard it at last? Now that I've praised how your beauty affects, maybe you'll find that you love and reflect. How do I love you? As great as the sea. And so my wish is that you could love me.
Na, da haben Sie es.
Why do I love you?
Meine Reise von Verliebtwerden zur Liebeserklärung.
I've often had dreams,
Ich sehe sie
but you're
morgen.
perfectly real.
Es geht aber nicht was ich denke oder
Now that
fühle,
I've said it,
sondern an was
then where
sie
do we
denkt
go?
und fühlt.
I love you
Ich
deeply
habe totalen
and
Schiss.
want you to know
Wünsch mir Glück
I have a dream that is wearing
Glück.
your name.
in der Liebe.
I hope you call, 'cause you're dreaming the same. C.A. Roberts, the 17th of September, 2021.